Review of the Bonobo Experience, number 36, 27th of the 10th, 2019. What did I implement from last week? I still need to implement, or I'd still need to explain the research process. Really struggling with this. I'm getting overwhelmed with the amount of content that I've got to look through. So I need some direction on, is it just key points? Is it an overview? Or is it a bit more detailed than that? Or is it a lot more detailed than that? Do I need to do a word-for-word account or like an overview? My sense is I've got to do an overview, but if I'm going to go through my process and I'm going to go through my workshops, I really wanted to be clear about what questions I'm asking when I'm analysing the work. So new knowledge, what does it mean? That kind of thing. I don't want to get distracted with lots and lots of different topics that are going to make it difficult for me. So that's the thing that I've still got to do. What I have done, I did the how, when, what, if, condensed that to a line or a sentence for each one. That's given my 100 words that is going to go, in the end, is going to be part of my presentation for my exhibition, but I've sent it over to Elizabeth to look at. Who I spoke to. I spoke to Richard, I spoke to Elizabeth, and I spoke to Caroline. And what I'm getting from all of them is that I've got to have some detailed analysis and something that's anchored in research that I've discovered for the Bonobo Experience, what the outcomes are, what have emerged from the project, and who's benefited and how have they benefited. I think that's centrally what I'm learning. But it's very easy for me to be descriptive, and I've started this process already, and I've started the report, but I'm finding I'm waffling. I'm very good at describing stuff, less good at sort of pinning things down. What did I think about? I think this is the hard part of the course, really. It's very easy for me to get in touch with people, ask if I can run a workshop, deliver a workshop, test that workshop, see what people think. It's just the fucking analysis that pisses me off. It's like, I've got to now take this information and work out what it means. And I've never been any good at that. You know, I'm a starter, midpoint, not a finisher, so maybe I have done it in the videos for the workshops, but I need to go through those. But I think maybe I've done some analysis there, but I've just got to make sure that I ask the right questions, as I said. Okay, so I'm just chipping away at this report. I've got a month to do it. I think I've done a significant amount. There's various bits of research that I've still got to pull together. So external verification that needs doing. I need to analyse the video workshops, the interviews from the chimps and bonobos, evolution of the project so far. I've got to do tag my learning log and things like that. So there's still a lot to do. And I've got to deliver something for the exhibition on the 4th, which I have no idea what it's going to be. But that's at the back of my mind. Challenges, yeah, it's just getting my mind in gear for this next phase of kind of very much about analysis of data, not about experiential, practical stuff. I'm struggling, I think. My report waffles and it's not concise and definite. What I want to implement for next week is I want to tie up all this research, make sure that I've got something that I can properly look at to go into my report. I've wrote a brief report that's a draft, so that's going to be looked at, but I'm going to have to start mining for all of this information. What else? Gut feelings. I could fuck it up here if I'm not careful. This could be like 2 years of kind of wanting to put the bonobo experience through its paces and finding out why it's important, and this is why it's important, and this is why I've got to do it now. This is the hard bit.